and you don't have Windows Server right now. Okay. But how to set up a server as a domain controller? The concept is how to make your server as a domain controller. Yeah, so you need a Windows Server. Then you have to make it as a domain controller. So this is things. Before we are installing this ADDS role, okay, we have to do certain changes for our system purpose. Okay. So first one is you have to change the computer name. Then you have to change the IP address also. Before I'm changing, what I'm doing is here in my system, there is a mcpa.cpa. I want to make both systems in a private connection only. So just I'm activating this. I need this VMnet1. See VMnet1. I'm connecting both systems in the VMnet model. This is NAT. This is VMnet1. This is NAT adapter. This is VMnet1. Even you are enable VMnet1. Okay. So what I'm doing is just I go to VM settings. So generally you guys are used NAT, right? But I want to complete private. So means I use VMnet1. It's a host only. Means virtual machine to virtual machine, we can communicate. Means those virtual machines are connected to VMnet1, they will communicate each other. But my system to virtual machine connection or outside connections won't work here. Okay, simple. Custom VMnet1, I change it. Okay, so next. Now it is showing not connected, but it will get connected in a second. So this is Ethernet showing not connected. Yeah. So when I click on this not connected, it will open network connection and try to get IP address. So check the status. It tells you got some kind of IP address from NAT. No, I don't want that when I want to, because it is a server, guys. And remember, mainly for servers, you must configure IP address manually. How to configure IP address manually in Windows? Go to network connections, open the status of the adapter and click on the details, check what IP address is there and go to properties. Okay, go to IPv4, click on this Internet Protocol version 4, click on properties. Okay, then use following IP address. So I want to give a static IP for my virtual machine to my server, sorry. To my server, I want to give a static IP. Okay. Which IP address is better? I'll give a 192.168.1 is very dangerous. It will be conflict with my physical one. So I will give you something like a 25.1. Server IP. So it's a server IP. It is, I will give something 100. No problem. Generally we give 253 like this. Why 253, 254? There is a reason. Okay, 255 is the last one. So it is a broadcast. You can't use it. 254 is last but one, last valid IP address. You can give 254. But why not 1234? Because in the network, so when you configure manually or through DHCP IP addresses, generally from starting IP address means 1, 2, 3, 4 or 100, 101, 102 like that only IP address are there. So no one will touch us the last IP addresses, last valid IP address, 254, 253, 252. Generally, no one will assign that IP address to their system. Even DHCP also not giving IP address up to 252, 253 not given. So that's why to avoid the conflicts between the other system to our server, we always choose the last IP addresses. For desktop system, we can use normal 1, 2, 3. So that's a servers. Generally, we use last IP addresses. You can use anything, no problem at all. Okay, it's not like a stamp kind of stuff. Means compulsory you have to follow rule, but it's a general rule, general idea, general thing. So you can no problem. So 25.254 and press the tab button. Of course, it's a class C IP address, class C subnet mask. I do not have any default gateway. This server is not connected to any router. No need of communicating outside of the network. So obviously no default gateway. Prefer DNS. This server itself a DNS server. This server is itself DNS server when we are installing and configuring ADDS. So automatically it become DNS. So in the future it is itself a DNS. So I'm giving the DNS server address. And who is my DNS server? My system only. This server itself a DNS server. So that's why I'm giving same IP. Okay. Remember what configuration we've done. Close it. Then SE, got IP address, close. Again open it. And check it. No means DSCP enable means manually configured. IP address, subnet mask, DNS server address, we configure. Close. So first thing is we configured, we change the IP address and DNS server. So you have to change the computer name. Then if you change the computer name, system will be restarted. Better to disable this IPv6, but I didn't disable it. It's okay, no problem. Leave it like that. Okay. So to change the computer name, simply click on the computer name. Change. Okay. Click on the computer name. And this currently the server is under work group. It's not at joining to the domain. It's not a domain controller also. Nothing is there. And this is the computer name. It's very difficult to remember and access. So I change my computer name to WinS1. Okay. I change my computer name to WinS1. Means Windows Server 1. And I keep nothing. I'm not changing because I don't have any domain or domain controller right now. So I can't add it to anything. Plus, you want to make this server as a domain controller. Remember, if you want to make any server as a domain controller, it should not be joined into any domain. It should not be joined into any domain. It should be in one group only. Then only we do it that way. Win S1. Click OK. And of course, when you change the computer name, you must restart the computer. So compulsory restart now. It will take just 2 minutes to restart. Of course. So after installation, I think as I remember, I stopped the updates. Otherwise, updates will slow down. Last time we are struggling with one server, right? First, iSCSI. If any possible, tomorrow I will try to show you iSCSI in this servers. Right now we concentrate on Active Directory. Actually, it is a one-day topic, but one day is completed. I will take tomorrow also. Alt Control Insert. Alt Control Insert. Not delete. Because it's a VMware workstation, virtual machine. So Alt Control Insert. If it is a physical machine, Alt Control Delete. So machine is rebooted and server manager automatically opens. This is the Windows Admin Center. You need to connect it to internet and download this package. Download this Windows Administrator package, Center package. Install in the physical machine, then you can able to connect with the web browser from your desktop system. Anyway, see, computer name changed successfully and IP address also changed successfully. So what is the next step? Then install the ADDS. To install the ADDS, how to do it? In the server manager, go to manage, add roles and features. Add roles and features. Click on add roles and features. Next, guys, this is a one time only. We can't do two times. So everybody see properly. If you are if a screen is smaller, then we can we can use magnifier. Okay. If you want, I can increase max size also. Okay. So this is our server manager. Screen is visible. Now better.
Yes, sir.
Manage, add roles and features. Click on add roles and features. Here, click on the next. Role-based or future-based installation. That one only we are doing, not in the VDI. So first one only, role-based and future-based installation. And we are installing into the server, not in the virtual hard disk. We are installing into the server. And the server pool, this is our server. We have only one server. And the addition is data center evolution. It's a trial type. So these are the roles. What role I have to install? Active Directory domain services. This role I have to install. Before checking, click here in the name. So read the description of this role. Next. When I click on this box, a pop-up will come and is saying add features, then click OK for that one. So click here, it's showing add roles and features widget, add features. Click on add feature. This role related features automatically adds. Okay, don't close it, just when you click it, pop-up will come, add features will come, then click on add features. That's it. Next. So certain features like a group policy management type of features, certain features automatically got selected. Okay. I didn't select, automatically it got selected. Some are already installed also. Next. No need to do here, nothing to do here, just go to next. Next. And select this box. Restart the destination server automatically if required. Sometimes certain roles, after installation of role, system required to be restarted. Certain roles not required to restart. We don't know, right, which role required restart, which role required not restart. So system will decide. Required restart, it restarts. Not required, it won't restart. So just I'm installing this role. Okay. Click on yes, then click on install. This will take little bit time. Just we have to wait and see only. Once it is successfully installed, role is installed, but still the server is not a domain controller. Install ADDS role, but if you don't configure it, it's not a domain controller also. Okay, just role is installed. That's it. We'll see the difference. Yeah, it is installed. Easy, very good. Okay. Now, where are we? Here. See, the role is successfully installed. You see this, promote this server to a domain controller. If you click on this blue line, a wizard will be started. Just I click on this blue line, promote this server to a domain controller. This domain Active Directory domain services configuration wizard will start. Okay. Using this wizard, we can make this server as a domain controller. Okay. you can make this server as a domain controller. In case you forget to click on this one, promote this server to a domain controller. If you forget and just you close it, then what to do? So can you see there is a flag symbol, notification. Click on here. In this one, you can also see promote this server to a domain controller. Promote this server to a domain controller. You can click and you can go to the wizard. So you forget. So no problem. Here it is, you see, in the left side, ADDS. There is a yellow warning mark. You can see it's a warning. It is showing configuration required for Active Directory domain services at Windows S1. Click on the more. There it will show post deployment configuration is pending. Again, action is this promote this server to a domain controller. Okay. So anyways, you can go to this wizard. But before going to that wizard part, see these tools. After installation of any roles and features, to manage that, to manage those roles related things, it is available in the tools. You go to tools, see these are actually added. Active Directory Admin Center, Domains and Trust, PowerShell, module for PowerShell, site and services, users and computers, ADSI edit, group policy management. These things are added in under tools. After installation of this ADDS role, these things are added. So there is Active Directory users and computers. Just open it. It's saying something. Okay, click OK. And it is showing nothing. So only role is installed, but not a actually ntds.dat that architecture, nothing is created here. So to get this one, we have to install, we have to configure it. So we are going to that wizard, click on here, promote this server to a domain controller. Okay. The installation and configuration is take very less time, but the explanation will take more time. Okay. Explanation will take more time. So what are these three options? The last option is add a new forest. So you do not have a forest right now. So you have to create a root domain. Okay. You are creating a root domain and this server is part of that root domain controller. Okay. If you have a already forest is existing and you want to become a tree domain inside. Okay. You are another, like a Tata is already existing. Tata Motors, new organization. Then you have to select add new domain to the existing forest in the Tata Motors organization. So there is a domain controller. I install ADDS, then configuration. New domain to existing forest, tree domain, forest name, Tata.com, new domain name, tatamotors.com. Okay. And give forest authentication. That's it. In case you want to create a
Can
child
you
domain.
repeat?
Okay. Second one only, right? This one. Already, where is this? Where are we? Where is this system? I want to go. Yeah. Where is our picture? Architecture picture. Right. If forest is existing, you want to create Tata.com, means no forest is existing. So you are creating root domain. That is third option. Forest is existing. You created already Tata.com, forest is created. And TataMotors.com is a new organization. Okay, in the same forest. So you want to create TataMotors.com domain in the Tata .com forest. Okay. Which option? Second option. So in a Tata Motors.com means in Tata Motors, in that organization, you put a server installed and we go to configuration. There you have to select this second option and select T domain because Tata Motors is a T domain and specify the forest name tata.com and specify the new domain means tatamotors.com. Okay. What is another one? Child domain means already there is a existing domain. Either it is tata.com, tcs.com, tatamotors.com. Already existing domain is there. Under existing domain, you want to add a child domain. Means you have to specify the existing parent domain. It can be Tata Motors, TCS, or Tata.com. Child domain. Like example, tatamotors.com is your parent. Electrical.tatamotors is your new domain, child domain. And what is the first option? Yeah, ADDS. So this part I missed earlier because in 2008, okay, earlier in 2003 in Windows 2000 and 2003, we have AD architecture, okay. So we have PDC and BDC concept. Okay, primary domain controller, backup domainer controller concept is there. But in 2008 onwards, okay, onwards. Okay, so we have a ADDS, but PDC is called DC only, BDC called as ADC. And additionally, we have one more domain controller that is called RODC. This is I missed earlier. Now, like a PDC, BDC, here DC, ADC. RODC, I will tell separately. Okay, RODC is a read-only domain controller. ADC, additional domain controller. DC, domain controller. So, same thing. We have a domain controller, additional domain controller. Here, PDC, BDC, here DC, ADC. Okay. In 2000, 2003, we call primary domain controller, additional domain controller. But from 2008 onwards, we're calling primary domain controller as a domain controller, backup domain controller as a additional domain controller, and one more backup domain controller concept is that is RODC, read-only domain controller, read-only domain controller. So you want to add a additional domain controller like a BDC or read-only domain controller, RODCs. Then we have to select first one and you are adding ADC or RODCs, means BDCs to the existing domain controller. So you have to specify the existing domain. Okay, so already tatamotors.com has one domain controller. Now you want to add one more domain controller in it. So you have to specify the domain name. That's it on. Okay, so these are those options. Okay, I can make more simple, but I want just explanation will give you maybe better understanding if anybody able to understand. Yeah, finally we do not have forest, then we have to create a root domain. Guys, make sure that is your server name, domain name should not be same. If you same, there is a NetBIOS conflict will occur. Computer name, domain name should not be same. And don't put your name for everything. Username, domain name, computer name, server name. Some people put all the names are same. Don't give it. You will get confused while doing it. Okay. So I'm giving simple name and contoso.com. You can use tata.com, google.com, facebook.com because this server is completely out of internet, out of your main internet connection. So no problem at all. You can use it for practice, no problem. But my hobby of using is contoso.com. You can use example.com, example.local, contoso.local, google.local, Microsoft.msft, MSFT, local, MSFT, also you can use it. .local, .msft also you can use it for more better localization. Next. So this is forest level function. Keep it like that, whatever it is showing. And see, there is a check mark already there. Okay. DNS names system. So we need a DNS server for name resolution in the domain environment. If you have a separate DNS server, you can use that one. If you do not have a separate DNS server, you can install in the same server. Means this is Active Directory server, means domain controller plus DNS server also. That's why I given same IP address in the preferred DNS also. Default, it's a root domain. By default, it is a global catalog server, and we are not setting up. This is directory restore more password. In case you've taken a backup of your Active Directory, later your Active Directory is corrupted. You want to restore it, you need a password. So that is Active Directory restore more password. Okay. Password, confirm password. The same password I given admin@123 only. That's it. Nothing to do. No need to check or uncheck anything. Keep it like that. Check DNS server compulsory. Both are checking. Password is admin@123. When you are dealing with servers, guys, Windows server, always in your lab environment, always admin@123. Why? If you forget the password, I can't do anything. No one can able to do anything. You have to delete the machine and recreate the machine. You can't do anything. Okay. Server password or your Windows 10 password also, you can't do anything. It is asking create DNS delegation. We do not have separate DNS server. That's why this option is not enabled. Go to the next. Okay, from your domain name, it generate a NetBIOS domain name. Simple difference. Contoso.com, NetBIOS domain name is Contoso. My domain name is contoso.com. So in that one, remove the .com, that remaining name is Contoso. So this domain NetBIOS name and this name both are same means there is a confusion. What confusion? Which account you are logging? To your computer or domain? Account is domain account, computer account. Both are different. Both must be different. Next. So your Active Directory domain database is there. Where is this database stores? The default location of ntds.dat at Active Directory database file ntds.dat where it should be stored. The default location is C Windows NTDS folder. Along with that one, there is a log files also there. Log file stores in C Windows NTDS. And there is SYSVOL folder also created. It's a domain-wide public shared folder. It is showing here. It is used to store your group policy GPO files. Don't worry what it is, just listen, that's it. Okay. And of course, you can set up your system using PowerShell command. This is view script. Just copy this and run in the PowerShell as an administrator. So then through command line also we can do it. I'm not doing anything. Just click on next. It is verifying any prerequisites are fulfilled or not. Like if there is static IP is there or not, DNS specified or not. After changing of computer, do you restarted or not? You can ignore the warnings, but see this all prerequest passed successfully. No warnings means no errors are showing. And click on install. It will take time, guys. Again, it will take 5 to 10 minutes of time. Just relax and wait. Once it is completed, it restart automatically. If you remember, when I log into this server, it's showing administrator only. Only username is administrator and password box. So I type admin@123, I log into the system. But once it is restarted, it will show contoso/administrator. So once it is become domain controller, you log in as a domain administrator account. Domain users cannot log into domain controllers and domain servers also. Okay. If you any domain user want to log into domain server, means member server. So we need to change settings in the domain controller. So you have to provide a permission for a particular user or a group. Yeah, it is installed successfully. No need to do it, it's automatically restart. Otherwise, yeah, restarting. But next restarts onwards, it take time. Okay, means server do not have any roles or features. No problem. But once Active Directory install and configure, there is a problem. What we will do today, so already 5:30, no problem. So we'll take another 15-20 minutes. So server is set up, then Active Directory, it is going to be restarted, it will take time. Also, we'll see the client side. Client side, we go to client. We create some prerequest client names and client IP address. Then we add a client to domain. In the domain controller, we create a user and we log in the user to the domain controller, domain computer. That we will finish this introduction part. Let it reboot, so we'll see that. Restart. So the server is running at 2 GB. The client is also 2 GB. So you want to run 2 machines, guys. Before you start any mission, compulsory check your task manager. Go to this performance tab, click on CPU and memory. In the memory, my total memory is 16 GB. Right now available is 2 GB. Still means no problem. Okay. To run any machine, for example, this is 2 GB RAM. Do you have available 2 GB or not? Then only we start it. Otherwise, total system will be freezed. See, my test user 1, test user 2, both are there. This test user 1, test user 2 are a local users. This server is up. Yeah, server is on. Alt control and set. Okay. So what is this name? contoso.com/administrator. Earlier, a login as an administrator, that is the server local administrator account. Now it is domain administrator account. I am logged in. Okay. The account I log in as domain administrator account. Now this server is a domain controller. Now this server is a domain controller. See, ADDS, DNS also installed in this server now. Click on local server. See, my computer name is WinS1, of course, but work group is changed to domain, contoso.com. I click on the computer name and you see it is changing to domain. Means, of course, this server is a domain controller as well as it's a member of the same domain. Okay. Of course, we can't change membership directly, okay, because it's a domain controller. My computer full name is wins1.contoso.com. I am a member of domain contoso.com. Okay. So this is we set up a server and also go to the tools, open Active Directory, users and computers. Active Directory, users and computers. This is Active Directory, users and computers. Again, what we need is a magnifier. Yeah, very good. See, this is earlier when we open this, it's showing cross mark. Okay. Either you will connect the remote to the Active Directory machine, you can get the records, or yourself is a domain controller, then you can see like this. So this is now it is showing a domain name. Expanding of domain name, it shows some containers. These containers contains computers, domain computers information, domain controllers. Who are the domain controllers? There's domain controllers in the domain, in this domain. Who are the domain controllers? That list we can able to see. Built-in users, default built-in users, users and groups. Okay. Managed services and finally users. These users also built-in users. Okay. This is users. Now Active Directory is created successfully. We can able to see this one. And one more is there, that is a DNS. Go to the DNS. In the tools, go to DNS. Expand DNS. Click on the DNS server. See the records, mainly forwarder records. Okay, forward, lookup zone records. Expand it. Click on this. contoso.com. So we have only one domain, okay, only one server, only one system. Bin s1.contoso.com system, their system IP address. These are the DNS record, name and IP address. And also verify this _MS_DCS records. Once you set up a Active Directory domain controller in the DNS server under the domain name, this MS/DCS records has to be created. Okay.
Sir, you created only on PDC only. You not created a
So
BDC. Can you create that?
BDC I can't create. I created DC, a primary domain controller. We can't
Yes,
create
sir.
a additional domain controller or a BDCs. Why? Because my system don't support that much RAM. My storage is also don't have that much storage in my system. Okay,
The steps
we
are
can do
same,
it.
sir.
Huh?
The steps are creation steps are same or
Same only. So one thing is I need one more machine, install with Windows Server, install ADDS. Then while configuration, you have to select this first option for ADC. Three options are. Third one is add a new forest. Second one is add a domain into existing forest. The first one is add a domain to existing domain. Add a domain controller to existing domain. That selected option is you have to take it. That option you have to select it. Okay. Then you have to specify the domain name. Then the server become ADC or backup domain controller. Okay. But problem
yes.
is if you to run two servers in my system, I need a disk space and RAM capacity. Right now I do not have, and we don't have that much time. Okay.
Okay.
And this DNS also installed while we are configuring ADDS. This DNS is automatically installed. We verified it is installed properly or not. In that one, MS/DCS, that MS/DCS records created or not. If it is created, means domain controller installed successfully. Then we go to the next step. Very good. Next. Guys, these are the built-in OUs or containers. So better to create a separate container to store your user accounts and your computer account also. So right click on the domain name and go to new and go to the organizational unit. What is this organizational unit? Organizational unit. It organizes the users, groups, computers into the separate containers. Okay. To organize users, groups, computers into separate containers. Why we needed this organizational unit? Two purposes. One is to apply the group policy on the container, means on the OU. So the OU contains users, groups, computers will get group policy settings. The second one is administrator has to do all the works. Generally, the main administrator has to do all the computer works. He can also allocate certain users. Instead of giving complete administrative permissions, you can allocate certain users to manage users, groups, computers in the specific OU wise also. Means that is what we call delegation control. Okay. I think we'll see what we'll do. So this is organizational unit. When you create any of this one, it is saying object. This is new object I'm creating, organizational unit. For example, in my organization, I have a different type of people. We have a trainers, HR recruiters, IT managers, management people, lot of people are there. So IT support people, okay, are there. Software engineers, in case we have a software engineers. Right. So I have a development team. Software development team is there. So I create a OU in it. In that development team, I will create a user. This development team will create a users, groups, computers. We create a users and groups also can create. Or in my organization, I have a HR is also there. Organization unit, HR, all HR people, I will add into this HR volume. Okay. Why you are waiting? We should add one user. And so I'm adding a user in HR and we'll see. I need a one name. Ankush. Look, name is good. First name. Control C. Okay. Here. Here we are going to create one user. Under HR, I want to create new user. So this user is created under HR. So the first name, last name, what happened? My mistake. Yeah. Mr. This is just a name purpose, but original login name is this one. This is only display name, but this is actual login name. Okay. And if you see the name @ domain.com means it is user principal name. User principal name. If you see a name, a domain name slash, okay, a username, domain name slash username, that is called a SAM account name. SAM account names at Windows NT type. User principal name from Active Directories. Okay, from 2000 server onwards. We can use both, depends upon from where you are logging. Okay, you log in the same LAN network, so we can use SAM account names. You log in from outside of your LAN, then we use user principal name. Same system, same application or different application, there will login type is changes. Best method is user principal name. Okay, so both ways you can log in. This is Ankush, is a account name. The password, generally for everyone, I give only one password, that is admin@123. Okay. So generally you join in an organization. So your HR will send a request to your system administrator or IT manager. So this asks for a create a account in the domain. Creating account, new user account. So like this, they will account is created. And when administrator create a account, they'll give you a dummy password. Means a common password for everyone or some password. Some newly generated password. They'll share the password to you. Next time, first time you log in, they give username and password. First time you log in, you can change your password, one password. So first time you log in with a generated password, a dummy password. Once you log in successfully, immediately it will ask to change the password. If you want like that, this option is selected. User must change password at next login. First time you log in with a dummy password, immediately it will ask you to change the password. Okay. If you want like that, that is the option. If you don't want, then unselect it. I'm an administrator. I received a new joining employee on a Friday only. But the person is going to join tomorrow, Wednesday. So Wednesday only he has to log in, not these 2 days. But what I have done, I created an account, but I disable this account. Okay. On Wednesday, I will enable the account. Okay. I create account, but I disable it. So user cannot log in. So I will enable this account when the user actually day starts. Okay. Like this. Okay. Password never expired. Generally, this domain password by default 42 days password expiry is there. After 42 days, user has to change the password. Means before 42 days, user must change this password. User not changing his password not changed within the 42 days, password will be expired. So once, for example, today I give a password. After 10 days, user change the password. Again, next 42 days validity. After that one, after 20-30 days, he change the password. Again, he got the another 42 days. Okay. You don't want like that. Password never expiry time. Then you can select it. And I don't want allow user to change the password. Users are changing password and forgetting their passwords. Not a good idea. So I don't want user to change their password. So then I can select these options. But right now I'm not selecting anything. All are cleared. Then next, nothing I selected it. This one is also I removed it. Next, finish. Now user is created. But where can I log in with this user? Which computer I am going to log in? In the domain computers. But where is the domain computer? Not yet ready. It's going to be ready. Wait. Okay. So we done domain controller and added a user in the OU. Guys, up to here, okay? User creation. Next step is we are going to add client to domain and we log in with the domain user. The server in my system, in my virtual machine is connected to a network called VMnet1. So then the client also should be connected to the same switch, same network. So in a client, again, I went to the client. It is saying NAT. So I'm going to change it to VMnet1. Okay. Both are must be in a same network. VMnet1, then only both system will communicate. Make sure both systems should be connected to same network and both should be communicated. Network wise, we are connected into the VMnet1, but both should be communicate means there NCPA.cpl. Meaning is both systems should be communicate each other. Both are should be connected same network and their IP address also should be in the same network. Okay. What is my IP address of this server? What is IP address? 192. Yeah, what it is selecting?
253.
Yes. 254, I said. I put up 254. I changed to 253, 254. Very good. 192, 168,
Yes.
25, 253. And of course, this server also DNS server. This server is DNS server also. So I am going to my client. In the client, I'm going to check the status. What IP? It got IP address 169.254 IP address. Then we'll see. IPv4 properties. Following IP address. My server IP is 192.168.25 network. Oh, sorry. 192.168.25. That is 254. Then I can use anything. No problem. I can use 2, 10, 20. Anything. No problem. Okay. So that is 254. This is just 10. First three portions must be same. Because it's a classic. First three portions must be same. Last portion must be different. Otherwise, IP conflict will occur, right? So 254, you can't put it because IP conflict. That is 254. This is 10 or 20, 30, anything you can take it. Okay. So first three portions must be same. And there's subnet mask, class C subnet mask. No default gateway right now. No routers, no gateway, no need to communicate outside of the network. Next, preferred DNS. Here we should give your DNS server. Who is my DNS server? My server is my DNS server. My server is my DNS server. So this is a DNS server. What is the IP address of DNS server? 254. So then I have to give 254 here. Because my server is also DNS server. Then I have to give the DNS server address. But in server, I given both IP and DNS server. Both are same in the server. Why? Because server itself a DNS server. Okay, that server is itself a DNS server. That's why we put a same. Here, this is a client. The client is not a DNS server. So you should tell who is your DNS server. So here we are telling our DNS server address, which is our server. Okay. See the configuration. Click OK. Close. It's on details. And close again. Open the details. Okay. No means manually configured 25.10, 25.254 is a DNS. IP address part completed. Network connected same network, IP address also configured, but you have to test it. You have to test the connectivity between the devices. How to test the connectivity between the devices? Tell me.
Ping server.
Very good. Ping to the destination 192.168.25.254. That's my server. Yeah, I pinging from my client to server with IP address. I am getting reply. Good. Now I'm pinging to my server in s1.contoso.com with a name. If you are able to communicate with a name means in the client, you configure DNS IP correctly. Preferred DNS IP you are given correctly. If you are getting reply for this one. Yes, you are getting reply. You can also use NS lookup in s1.contoso.com. To the server, you can able to communicate. See, so your DNS server and that server is same. Okay, so once again, so we are able to communicate with the name. So name resolution is working. Name with the name we won't communicate. You know the name, but you don't know their IP address. You send this system send request to DNS server. DNS server will give you IP address, right? That's what is DNS. You got IP address from the DNS server and you are able to communicate. Meaning is DNS configuration also correct, done in your local system. Now the final one is adding client to domain. Adding client to domain is not yet completed. So you can do different ways, simple ways. About your PC. The search type about your PC. Don't add your laptops. You have to do on the virtual machines only. Lab environment is important, not a physical environment. So you can try any of this one, rename this advanced. Rename this. See here it is showing computer name. Magnifier. Okay, anyway, it is very big. Go to settings, 25%. Uncheck this one, that's it. See, system properties, computer name. My computer name is like this right now. It's a part of workgroup. Now I want to join my client to domain. Already I tested, I done my IP address is changed and I tested my client to server is communicating. And one more important is you have to make sure that is about your PC. You have to make sure your client system must be Pro or Enterprise Edition. So it is your operating system must be Pro Edition or Enterprise. Home editions you can't add. Okay. Now, next change. Click on the change and in the system properties, computer name, click on change. Here, I want to join into the domain. So then I have to select member of domain and specify your domain name, contoso. Okay. Specify your domain name. Here, I don't want this name. This is very big name. Also, I want to change my computer name parallelly. Same time only, I'm changing my computer name. Okay, I'm changing my computer name and also I'm joining to the domain. So no need to restart 2 times. One time only we do everything. Okay, so computer name I put a win-c1 and I'm joining to the domain called a contoso.com. Okay, click OK, but it will ask for authentication. You can't join yourself directly. Okay, the administrator will join your client to domain. You don't do it. You're an employee, you can't do it. If you are administrator, you will do it. Okay, so means you should know the administrator name and password. I do not have any secondary administrator. I have only one administrator here. His name is administrator only. Okay, administrator. And the password of administrator is admin, domain administrator. Administrator, which administrator is a domain administrator name and his password. Click OK. Then wait. So it will show this message. Welcome to contoso.com. Welcome to contoso.com means you successfully join into the domain. Click OK. Again, you have to wait for the restart now. But it is showing some kind of error. Changing primary DNS name of this computer to fail name remains contoso.com. It's okay, no problem. Sometimes we are getting this kind of error recently, but it is asking for restart your computer to apply the settings. Click OK and close. Once you click on close, you will see restart now. Compulsory, you have to restart now. Once you click on restart now, the background process will start it and run. Meanwhile, we'll go to the server. The server, go to the Active Directory, computer, users and computers. Click on the computers, click on this refresh button. See it is, see earlier, this name is not there. Now it is there. Why? Because this one, see. Because this server, this computer joined into a domain. That's why its name is came here. Earlier it is not joined. So that's why that name is not here. What is the DNS name? It's a workstation or server. What operating system is there? Okay, still not getting that information. Also, it will get that information, locations you can specify. It's okay. So, see, I didn't add this one here in the server. Just add a client to domain from the client side only, but my server got that information. Now, my client is restarted, then login. But it is showing still test user one. Test user one is a local account. And go to this other user. Click on other user. So it is showing that sign into contoso.com. Now I want to log in with my domain user account. Okay. Which user we created here? Only one user we created. Ankush. So you can type Ankush. Spelling is wrong. Yes, very good. Wrong spelling. Ankush. ANKUSH. That is a login name and password. A given password is admin@123. Which domain this user belongs to? That of course it is belongs to contoso.com. So you can click on next, means submit. It will go to the request, go to domain controller, verify the user, authenticated and authorized to log into this machine. It will log in. You can specify simply a login username, or you can specify like this @contoso.com with a user principal name, or you can specify like this contoso / Ankush like this. Okay, same account name wise also you can log in. But anyway, in the bottom it says sign into the contoso.com. The system is already belongs to that domain. The user is also belongs to the same domain. Simply type Ankush. No need to do anything. Just enter. See, that name I didn't specify. I specified only Ankush. In the client also, I didn't create a Ankush account. In my client, I have a test user 1, test user 2. But when I type Ankush, it's able to log in. How? Send that request to domain controller and verify the account there, authenticated, and authorize from the domain controller to access. We are getting full name and log into the client. In the client, first time any user is log into the client, it creates its own profile data. Means when I log into this system, it creates a profile data where C drive, users, this is my profile data. Okay, see users profile data. In Linux, we have /home/username. Similar to in Windows, see users and username, right? So whenever you log into a system, whether it is domain user account or local account, you log in, and this folders, this path will be created and default profile things, means under that one desktop folder, documents, downloads, pictures, music, videos, these are all will be created. Okay, this is your profile data location. Users profile data. Where it is? See users username. Okay. And this is small one. So go to the display settings. In the display setting, change from 100% to 125. So you can able to see things little bigger. Okay. So mainly not for you guys, for me, I can't able to see the small letters. Okay. So definitely not for me. So which user I log in? Now Ankush account. And this is the system. See the C drive and users. See already test user 1. So when I created a test user 1 and log in with test user 1, his profile is created. Of course, I can't access other profile data, other users profile data we can't access. Their desktop, their documents, their pictures are different from other users. documents, pictures, and all. Ankush, this Ankush profile data. Okay, contacts, documents, pictures, downloads, desktop, links, music, okay. All these things that belongs to this Ankush. And this user is domain user. You have to verify, right? Go to the settings. In that one, go to accounts. I showed it earlier. In the same system, it is showing test user 1, local account, administrator. Can you see that one? Now it is Ankush. contoso.com/Ankush. Ankush is not belongs to this system. His account is in contoso.com domain. In the contoso.com domain, his account is there, not in this system. So he's a domain user. Okay. Any doubts, questions? Okay. Satisfied? Do you want to create another user account and login? So where we created a user? In the server.
Under HR.
Where we log in the client. This is domain. It's a Active Directory domain controller. That's a domain. It's a domain concept. Okay. Where we create user in the server. Where we log in the client. If you want to log into a system, if it is a work group, the user should be created in that system only. In the domain, we create a user in the domain controller. Okay. We create one more user and test it. But we have only one client, only one server. Okay. You know the problem already. We don't need a full names, just the name is enough. So I'm creating Ritesh account in the HROU. I'm creating Ritesh account. Okay. Next, I'm giving password. And also I'm unselecting this. If I select this one, what will happen? It asks the change the password next time login. Okay. Unselected everything and created account in the server under contoso.com HROU. I created this. Now, this is my client, the client system. First of all, I will log out from this particular user. First, sign out from the user and click on other users. Type Ritesh and Ritesh password. Login. So where we created a user, domain controller. Here we are login in the client. In that domain computer, we log in with the domain user. So when you log in to a system for the first time, the user's profile data is created under C users with a username. So users, documents, pictures, downloads, desktop data will store into that folder only. If I have a multiple client systems, then the users we can log into multiple clients, but we are log into the same system. Same system we can log. Only thing is users we have created server clients. Client can be logged into any domain. Again, new one is created. Go to the Windows E and C drive, C users, C Ritesh profile also created. Ritesh cannot access Ankush data. Ankush cannot access Ritesh data. Okay. And common data can be accessed. C drive data, E drive data can be accessible. Okay. Final words, guys. Anybody want to say anything? Any questions, doubts? Satisfied, not satisfied, something new? You want anything repeat?
No, sir.
Okay. So already I shared the document in your WhatsApp group. Please go through the document. Also, if anybody is still pending for your project, so please go through the project. And I will search where is this installation videos are there. I will share it to you. Then you can set up it if possible. Because some systems do not have that feasibilities. If you want, I will guide you how to do it tomorrow. And what we will do tomorrow, I will create one group policy, simple group policies, a desktop group policy kind of stuff. First, I will show the basic group policy. Then we'll go to the discussion of other things like DHCP, DNS kind of stuff. And some more theory parts about your Active Directory is also there. One or two theoretical parts also there. We'll see tomorrow. Just right now, what we have discussed, what is that work group domain, what is Active Directory, okay, that setups, how to change user passwords, okay. So that is we required. Changing of root password, changing of user password, okay, adding a group, adding a user to a group, like that. Few things we small required. We'll discuss that one tomorrow. Okay, we'll finish this topic tomorrow. And then we'll move to the next topic day after tomorrow. I'll stop here. That's it. Take rest first. Then please read it, guys. Compulsory read it. That day, if you read, it's helpful. That's why I'm sending document without forgetting. Videos are okay, no problem. But reading is very important. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye. I hope you enjoy
Thank you.
today's section.